Hello Libra, welcome to your reading for September. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. I'm going to do a simple past, present, future spread for you today, starting off with a couple of astro cards. Towards the end of the reading, I will be pulling a few charms and tea leaves for you, so make sure you stick around for that. Oh, beautiful. We have Mercury and House 5. Why is that interesting? Because Mercury is in Libra and it is retrograding on the 9th. It will be out of retrograde on October 2nd. Now, Mercury talks about thinking, learning, networking and communicating, and House 5 talks about passion, play, children, confidence and creativity. House 5 is ruled by Leo, so you may have Leo heavily in your chart. You may be dealing with a Leo, it doesn't have to be, but you're embodying this energy. So when it comes to Mercury, like I mentioned earlier, it is the planet of communication and travel and the mind. Mercury rules our logical thinking, our intellect and our wisdom, and how we communicate that wisdom to our communities. So with Mercury going retrograde, I feel like we're already in the shadow period while I'm recording. I feel like a lot of things slow down, and Mercury retrogrades have been, people have started fearing them, and I feel like there's absolutely nothing to fear, because if we don't have a little bit of downtime in our busy chaotic lives, we will never be able to reassess, reevaluate and revise, which is the purpose of a retrograde, regardless of the planet that is retrograding. So if there are any emails that need to be sent out, if there are any text messages that need to be sent out, any heavy conversations that you need to have with somebody, make sure you are reassessing exactly what it is that you want to say, because miscommunication can very well happen during Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is also famous for inviting exes back into your life. So, and you could, yourself could be an ex who could be wanting to go back to somebody. So keep that in mind as well. Now, House 5 does talk about romance to a very large extent, because like I mentioned, it is ruled by Leo, and Leo rules the heart. It rules the heart center, the heart chakra. So there is a nod to relationships here, which again doesn't surprise me, because since Mercury is in your sign, which is the 7th house, it rules relationships. So there is something regarding relationships, especially relationships from the past, that is showing up here. But let's see, I'm going to be using the Tarot of the Mystical Moments, and let's see what we have in the recent past for you, Libra. Cards really want to talk. 9 of Cups, the Fool, and the King of Swords. All right, I see. Let's see for the present. You see, I'm not even trying, they're just flying out. All right, for the present we have nice. We have the Emperor, the Hierophant, and the Queen of Swords. We have a divine match right here, the King and the Queen. Let's see for the immediate future. Oh, stunning. I'm also getting, for some of you, you may pick up a hobby that brought you a lot of pleasure in the past. Because again, House 5 talks about creativity. Okay, now for the future, we have the 3 of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the 7 of Swords. Let's start with the recent past. With the Fool, I feel like there was a risk that was taken. You allowed yourself to take a leap of faith, either towards somebody or towards an idea or a thought. You allowed yourself to, sorry, I had to adjust my camera. You allowed yourself to embark on a new journey, realizing that there may be pitfalls, but going ahead regardless. But with the King of Swords and the 9 of Cups, I feel like this wasn't an aimless risk. There was a goal in mind. I feel like with the 9 of Cups, you had a wish that you desperately wanted to come true. And with the King of Swords, I truly feel like you followed all the rules to the T. You did exactly what was required of you. And as an air sign, again, your mind moves a mile a minute. And with the King of Swords, this is air energy. This is the energy of setting boundaries, following the rules, and doing exactly what is required of you. So this wasn't just a risk, it was a calculated risk that made your wish come true. Again, you would know what this is for you. Now, in the present, we have the Emperor, the Hierophant, and the Queen of Swords. That is power. Plain and simple. That is raw power. The Emperor can be controlling and manipulative, but with the Hierophant attached to this, I feel like you gained a lot of wisdom. There was something that taught you a lesson. I don't know if this was the fool's journey, this was the risk, the calculated risk that you took towards your wish that taught you a whole lot. The Hierophant can also talk about a higher level of commitment. It can talk about enhanced spirituality. It can talk about an elevation of something. So if this was not related to love at all, this could be higher education for you. It could be, again, enhanced spirituality for you. But for a major chunk of you, I feel like this was someone coming about to offer a high level of commitment. Why I'm feeling that is because right under the Hierophant, we have the Ace of Cups. Now, with the Emperor, I feel like, now you see how, look at this triangle right here, the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Emperor. I'm getting a sense of control. I'm getting a sense of wanting to control everything. I don't know how healthy that is, because sometimes when it comes to love, you do need to release a little bit. You do need to let go a little bit for things to manifest correctly. I feel like you were trying to go by the book. You were probably making your own handbook, making your own rules, and making sure that both parties followed them. I'm not saying that you weren't capable enough to make those rules. You clearly are, because of the Hierophant right here. You have the knowledge and the intellect to do so. But I almost feel like with the Queen of Swords here as well, you and whoever it is you were dealing with were functioning more from a place of logic and facts and rules, rather than from a place of the heart. Which is why I think House 5 is here. I feel like the communication that you are indulging in with this person, with your significant other, needs to be laced with a little more passion and creativity and romance and childlike joy, rather than just, well, facts. I need to deliver this message, I'm going to tuck. That's it. You know what I mean? It's a little cold. That's all I'm saying. Now, when it comes to the immediate future, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. Why? I don't understand this. With the Three of Pentacles, I see that you want to build something beautiful with this person. You want to build something that will last. A flower made of bricks. There is teamwork here. There is a sense of wanting to work together. And there is a whole lot of love here with the Ace of Cups. This is one of the most beautiful cards for love. But it's almost like you're running away from it with the Seven of Swords. You're sneaking away from love. You're sneaking away from bearing your heart. Why? I need to see the bottom of the deck. I haven't done this for any other sign. You see? Okay. So in this particular deck, there are two kings for every suit, right? And you have both the Kings of Swords. The Three of Swords, the Empress, Eight of Wands, Four of Cups. All right. I feel like there was something that transpired in the past that broke your heart. I don't know if this was with the same person who was carrying a different energy, or it was someone else entirely, but you have closed yourself off a little bit because you're afraid of getting hurt. I do see this being a wish fulfilled for you. I do see this person bringing you joy. But there is a fear here, which is why there are so many boundaries and so many rules. I am not saying dissolve those boundaries. I'm a big fan of boundaries myself. But sometimes if you draw walls around yourself, you are not only keeping danger out, you are preventing good energy from reaching you. Keep that in mind. Okay, there is a whole lot of love here. There is teamwork, of course. This is a partnership, a companionship. But make sure it's a relationship as well. You know what I mean? All right, let's get you a couple of tea leaves before we pull your charms. Oh, we have an astral house. Marriage? Goodness. Ooh, I placed my cards intuitively, Libra, right on top of the Hierophant. Yep, that higher level of commitment that I was talking about. Just make sure you soften your approach here, right? I don't know if you're here for love or career. This could very easily be translated into a career spread, but this screamed love to me from the get-go, and I'm an intuitive reader. So, well, marriage could be on the cards for a few of you. Carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. And I feel like with the Fool card, this has been a journey for you. And I don't know again if this was the same person who is returning with the retrograde, or it is a new person carrying a similar energy. But just make sure you realize that you see how the Fool right here is on this particular path, admiring the flowers, not realizing that that's an alligator's tail. That's the risk. So it's all right for you to function from a place of the mind and tell yourself that there are risks involved here, but make sure you keep your heart open through this journey. Fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. I'm not getting hate here. I'm getting love. Yeah, most definitely. I feel like whoever it is you are dealing with has a lot of strong emotions for you, but they're keeping them on the DL because they feel like you have your guard up, right? So they have their guard up. Moon, changes in your life. All right. Some of you may even be, well, getting promoted. You may be starting your own business. That is possible as well, because that was placed on the Hierophant. Heart, love, deep affection and caring. Come on, Libra, open up your heart a little bit. You're ruled by Venus. You're ruled by the planet of love. All right, let's get you a few charms to close this off. We have Virgo. We have Leo again. You see that? What does that say? Generous. Open your heart. Be generous with your energy. I don't know what this is called. Can someone please tell me what this is called? I know it's not a trumpet, but it's been showing up a lot. So music may be important to you. You may be sending songs or receiving songs. Make sure you listen to the lyrics. We have a snowflake, which is telling me that the winter time may be a beautiful time to, well, maybe get married or to, push something to a higher level of commitment. And we have, excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. And we have the letters J and M. These could be your initials, could be the initials of someone you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be, but there we have it. All right, Libra, that was your reading. I hope this helped. Bye-bye.